And there goes the whistle for the start of the second half. Stewart with the kick. Well downfield. Roger Coombe with it. For Eastern Suburbs. No changes during the half-time break. Half-time score, West 9, East 1. There was one change during the first half. Max Williamson was replaced by Henry Williamson. That was in the 31st minute of the first half. Max Williamson off, Henry Williamson on, and the reshuffle in the scrum. Johnny Young going to front row, and Henry Williamson going in the second row. So the West front row, Young, Prickett and Green. No change in Eastern Suburbs. Payne flies it out to Lindenberg. Holborn, De Bruin has lost it. Knocked back, play on. Holborn, grabbed by Henry Williamson and put down. Final tackle coming up. Lindenberg, long pass to Payne. Payne has Abbott with him. Now to Abbott, and he has Nikolai with him. Into Nikolai! Nikolai back inside to Lindenberg, and Lindenberg held on to. Final tackle, a scrum to pack. Right start from Eastern Suburbs in the second half.
Using the ball well. And let's give Payne a pat on the back. He's on his third caution, but he started that move with a long reverse pass from the short blind that got East backline moving once again. Good football from Payne on that occasion.
Henley East.
Off the foot. Well, came off the foot, didn't get him through the tunnel.
Ian, do these things, scrum infringements seem to get more prevalent as the game goes on or not?
Oh, I think as players tire a bit too, and they become a little bit desperate, they tend to strive that little bit harder, and particularly in the scrums there, the hookers are trying to outdo one another.
A chance for Eastern Suburbs early in the second half. Jeff Naylor standing wide, but Western Suburbs running up, he gets a pass away. Roger Coombe tackled by Harry Cameron. Eastern Suburbs down by 9 points to 1. A try is almost vital for their chances, Mick, in this early in the second half. Payne to Abbott. Abbott over the corner way. Put down. Harry Cameron tackling tenaciously. Someone down for Western Suburbs. East on the attack. Des Morris. Morris back to Lindenberg. Lindenberg trying to step his way through. Abbott once again. Back it goes. Holborn. He's throwing it around. Naylor. Naylor looking for support. Still going towards the line and put down 12 metres out. Eastern Suburbs desperate for a try. Lindenberg's dropped it.
Oh. And just when Eastern Suburbs had West at their mercy.
Johnny Payne's playing like a player who doesn't think he's going to stay on for too much longer. He's really getting into it.
Who's that down? Bob Green. Green down for West.
We won't say who put him down.
West ball, McCarthy. Grabbed by Abbott and put down just inside his own quarter. Harry Cameron. Still on the quarterway. Prickett. Green okay now. Henry Williamson. Still on the quarterway. Prickett in the dummy half position. Bob Green. John Young. 7 metres outside the quarter. Prickett. Oliphant. Dummies to Rebo. Gives it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw put down. Eastern Suburbs defence is strong. They've contained West on their own quarter for those 5 tackles. Back to Richardson on the last one. Puts a big kick in. Callis is under it. He lets it bounce. Kicks it back to Coombe. Roger Coombe. Steps. And away he goes. Richardson the tackler. Gets it back to Farquhar. Farquhar on halfway and put
well
down.
done, Prickett.
Lindenberg. Prickett once again.
Unbelievable, Prickett, with his defence. Unbelievable.
Holborn. Naylor puts a kick in, a drop kick as a matter of fact. Could run to touch. It does. I don't think he meant it to go to touch, but it did.
He was kicking it for his winger, and his Nikolai wasn't awake. So that's both teams that have made that particular mistake.
West win the scrum. Oliphant just outside the quarterway. Rebo. Grabbed by Holborn. Prickett. Henry Williamson. 20 metres inside his own territory. Bob Green, John Young. Bradshaw to Green. Final tackle. Prickett running from dummy half. Flies the ball back. West keeping it alive. Richardson puts the kick in now. Bit of open space. Richardson sprinting through. Kuhn's there. He's lost it. Richardson has it. Oh, Oliphant's got it. Oliphant down to Rebo. Oh, yes. Rebo, the try scorer. What a try on the final tackle. 12-1.
Ah, beautiful work, Prickett. The guy that has tackled his guts out all this year for Western Suburbs. He was the guy that put West on the attack then. He knew the ball was supposed to go to Richardson, but the gap opened up from dummy half, so he took off. Then he got into trouble and threw a desperate pass back, which I think it was Oliphant got to Richardson. By this time, East were in a bit of disarray because they had expected Richardson to kick sooner. Then he did put the kick in, but not as long. A nice short one. Kuhn couldn't get to it, and of course, there it is. Rebo over, and West looking mighty tidy in the 76 grand final.
Let's have a look at it, Mick, from when Richardson kicks the ball. Just watch him sprint after it. He really determined to get that ball back. Let's watch it on instant replay. Half. Flies the ball back. West keeping it alive. Richardson puts the kick in now. Bit of open space. Richardson sprinting through. Kuhn's there. He's lost it. Richardson has it. Oh, Oliphant's got it. Oliphant down to Rebo. Oh, yes. Greg McCarthy, the Western Suburbs fullback. Well, you saw it all on instant replay, and that is top performance stuff, that is. Stewart's kick is no goal. He has missed that one. But 11 points. 8 minutes or 7 minutes into the second half is a good lead in a grand final. Someone's rung the bell. There it is. 7 minutes gone. Second half. West 12, East 1.
Grand final edition. Tonight the team will be working all night presenting this special two-page left which will feature
out over the dead ball line. Played a restart from the quarterway.
Make sure you purchase your celebrate tomorrow afternoon.
2 tries to Western Suburbs.
Grand final.
Prickett to restart play with a tap. John Young. Young gains about 9 metres. Prickett across the edge of the ruck into Henry Williamson. Williamson about 15 metres from the halfway line. Rebo, Oliphant, Bradshaw. Bradshaw well tackled by Des Morris. Harry Cameron. John Young. Young 10 metres from halfway. Prickett, Green, Oliphant, Rebo straight up the middle. Put down this time by Johnny Payne. Final tackle coming up. Bob Green. Green takes the tackle 5 metres inside Eastern Suburbs territory.
Western Suburbs confusing East at present because they're waiting for Richardson to go for this kick on the 5th or 6th tackle, and it's just not happening. West forwards are still running with it.
East ball. Lindenberg. Farquhar.
5 all the scrums.
Des Morris. Johnny Lang. Jeff Naylor. Lang.
No one home for Eastern Suburbs viewers, as you can see. Look at that. Oh, we better have a dummy half, says Rod Morris. They're not doing anything. Now they might try.
John Abbott.
But East forwards walking in the background.
Abbott injured. Ambulance attendant being called in. We've got 2 of them running in. One will do. The other one comes back. 12-1, Mick, 10 minutes into the second half. Was that a grand final winning lead or not?
If Western Suburbs play the way they did in the first half, well, if both teams play the way they did in the first half, as far as general football play goes, Western Suburbs will win because they aren't making mistakes. They're not being drawn into any punching, kicking, fighting. Good Lord, Bob Green hasn't done anything all day, which is a miracle in a grand final for a front rower of Green's calibre, who, you know, will put a little bit of nonsense on anyhow. He hasn't done anything. Then on the other hand, you have mature players in East like Payne and Holborn, who should know better, giving away these silly little penalties that certainly put East at a disadvantage. At present, I'd say West looking good for the 76 grand final.
Final tackle, this one. Lang gives it to, out it goes to Lindenberg. He puts a little kick in. Stephen Creer has it. Creer across field. Chased by Naylor. Tackled by Naylor. Up again. Down again.
John Lang is not looking well. Here he is. He's into that tackle, but I feel that Lang was injured very early in this match and is not himself.
Bob Green, 10 metres from halfway. Prickett, Oliphant, Richardson. Back inside to Rebo. Rebo gets the pass back to Richardson. Richardson straightens up. Oh, well done, Richardson. Away he goes and put down.
Oh, an Oliphant outside him and he ducked his head. Well, just as well he did, because De Bruin would have taken it off.
Western Suburbs, Reardon getting in there having a run now. Everybody wants to have a go. Richardson now again.
Looking for support, but he was gone, nowhere there.
Oh, Reardon had the ball, Mick.
I know, but there should have been someone else filling in there.
Final tackle coming up, Bobby Green. Green now, out it goes to Williamson, back inside to McCarthy. McCarthy looking for support again. Pushes off one. Still going, gives it now to Prickett. Prickett, away he goes. Long pass to Richardson. Callis, he gets it back to McCarthy. McCarthy's still going. Lang's there. He goes back inside and Callis puts him down.
And top marks to Callis. He saved East from a very embarrassing situation then. Westwood is certainly throwing the ball around. Eastman, oh, there's Callis. And the most underrated player, this fellow. Most underrated, Callis.
11 minutes of play gone, second half. West leading by 12 points to 1, and the penalty going to West.
Not beating the ball into the middle of the tunnel, and it's a silly place to give away a penalty at this stage when you're down 12-1.
Oh yes, with Stewart to kick. And if you've just tuned in, viewers, which you shouldn't have, you should have been with us earlier, that was the voice of Ian Smith, who we have the pleasure of having up here this afternoon to give a little bit more refinement to some of my rulings, which I will admit at times a little haywire, but most of the time I'm on target.
Oh, isn't he gallant? Carry on. Listen here, those scrums, Ian, let's just clarify a couple of things. You know, can you actually see a tunnel there from time to time or not?
Oh, I think the tunnel's closed pretty quick. Soon as the halfback looks like he's going to put the ball in, and the big problem really is for the halfback. I wouldn't be a halfback if you know, some people say they wouldn't be a referee. Well, I wouldn't be a halfback.
Yeah. Now you basically penalise the first foot that comes out. Is that what it amounts to?
Well, normally the one that gets penalised if the halfback doesn't put it behind his foot and it comes off the hooker's foot is the hooker whose foot it comes off.
Right.
Invariably the fellow with the loose head.
Stewart. No goal. Stewart unsuccessful with 2 kicks in the second half. West still leading by 12 points to 1. We've had about 12 minutes of play second half. Des Morris.
Oh, not a semblance of a back line outside Des Morris. Now it's
Lang, Lindenberg. De Bruin gives it to Naylor. He drops it behind him. Payne knocks it back and West have lost it. East have lost it. We'll have a knock on. Actually, Payne thought he was offside, but he wasn't.
Yes, he was terrified to touch it. Actually jumped out of the road.
Ball in by Lindenberg. Out by Lindenberg. He goes the open side. Gives it now a good pass to Holborn. Holborn tries to sneak through, trying to get the ball away, but can't do so. Just outside their own quarterway. Can Eastern Suburbs score a try and get back into this game? That's the burning question at this stage of the game. Eastern Suburbs needing a try. West have scored 2 tries and lead by 12 points to 1. Des Morris, Rod Morris up the middle. Gets to halfway, couldn't get the ball to the flying Kuhn. Johnny Lang at dummy half. Lindenberg, Holborn, De Bruin, Farquhar. Couple of metres from the halfway line. Bevan de Bruin, blindside to Des Morris. Des Morris into Callis. Callis well tackled by Gary Prickett.
Oh, cover defending. That guy's everywhere. He's hurt. He's
Lindenberg puts the sprint in. Away he goes, puts the kick in, and a good one. Tough football from Wayne Lindenberg. Very, very quick off the mark. And has put East on the attack if they can get the ball.
Oh, very good thing. There's Lindenberg on camera, number 7.
Ball in by Oliphant. How are the scrums, Mick?
5-all still, George.
5-all, and that makes it 6-5 East. Holborn, De Bruin, backward to Kuhn! Kuhn to Nikolai! Can he do it? No! No, he's dropped it. He's done a...
Actually, I made a mistake. It's 6-5 East winning the ball.
That's 7-5, is it?
No, it was 5-all, but it's 6-5 now. By Jove, East were in, had the overlap and everything going, and they make mistakes. And you can't afford to make mistakes.
Another scrum, another chance. Holborn, Farquhar. Can they score? Down by 12 points to 1 Eastern Suburbs, needing that elusive try right at this very moment. Holborn. Western Suburbs have other ideas. John Payne. Can Payne do something? Into Des Morris. Well done, Morris to Nikolai this time. Nikolai getting out of the tackle, but held and standing in it now. Just inside the quarterway. East with a chance now. Holborn, De Bruin, Farquhar to Naylor. Naylor to Callis. Callis step, still going. Looking for support. Now he gives it to De Bruin. De Bruin 12 metres out. Eastern Suburbs attacking. West defending grimly. Jeff Naylor. Naylor into Roddy Morris. Rod Morris 10 metres out. Final tackle. They should put the up and under up here, Mick. Lindenberg has it, but a penalty.
Oliphant offside.
Johnny Lang going to play on, is he? Yes, take the tap. Lindenberg. How it goes to Payne. Oh, De Bruin. Bevan de Bruin to play the ball. Nikolai. Holborn. Des Morris. Morris towards the line. 7 metres out. West lead by 12 points to 1. 2 tries to nothing. Lindenberg. Holborn. Jeff Naylor to Farquhar. Out it goes to Abbott. Abbott to Callis. He's dropped it. He's dropped it.
Oh!
Would you believe it?
Oh, I've got a groan because that was a try. Just bombed by a top team. East playing shockingly. That was dead set a try. Abbott drew his man beautifully to set the guy away perfectly, and what happened? They just blew it. A 6-year-old kid would have done better than that.
2 tries in 2 minutes.
Yes, and they needed both of them, Ian. Oliphant, Rebo, Oliphant again, gets away, taken now, there's a biff on between who is it, Des Morris and Rebo, yes, DJ's giving him heaps. Richardson plays on. Scrum it up.
Oh, Des Morris. Des Morris thought he was on. No.
He thought he was away free.
But I don't know what Rebo did to Morris to upset him like that. But
Bobby Green pleading with his players to settle down. Rebo's talking to him, and Green's pointing the finger, saying, "You just be quiet, my young lad."
And Rebo's having a little yarn to Payne, and Payne was having a little yarn to Rebo. We'll have a scrum, says Mr. Pramberg, and I bet he will be watching everything with an eagle eye now.
Ball in by Oliphant. West ball again. Bradshaw. Ian, what kind of instructions do you normally issue when you call someone out like that?
Well,
we often surmise what you say.
Well, I think a lot depends on the situation as to what he's done, how many cautions he's had before. But I'm certain at this stage, Des Morris must be skating pretty close to thin ice.
Morris can see the game slipping away at 18 minutes gone, second half. They're still down 12 points to 1, and Morris must be getting frustrated. What was that for, do we know?
Yes, Rod Morris was impeded the, just about late tackled, or I'll say impeded. There he is. It's a nicer word. Impeded a West player in back play. The intention was not to impede.
Oliphant. Bradshaw. Bob Green, Oliphant, back to Stephen Creer.
Like
Henry Williamson.
It's
Sorry,
like
Ian.
Easter becoming a little frustrated here at the moment.
Yes, that's what I said before. They're losing their cool at this present moment, midway through second half. Down 12 points to 1. Harry Cameron, now to Reardon. He's dropped it. Farquhar has it! Reardon tackles it. Eastern Suburbs need a try badly. Bevan De Bruin. De Bruin 9 metres out. Can they score it? Callis. Lindenberg. Johnny Payne. Jeff Naylor. They must score. Naylor to Nikolai. Nikolai comes in. West grab him. He's lost the ball, but it's out.
No, play on.
Play on.
The flag didn't go up.
Oh, I thought it did.
Oh, they're just playing around. What's happening? Harry Cameron and Nikolai are fiddling there. Still play on. Yes, they didn't go into touch.
Oh, golly, you must have been someone jumping up in the background there, Mick. I thought a flag shot up. Well, they had the man over again,
yes.
Eastern Suburbs,
yes.
and couldn't score.
No.
Great defence all the same.
Yes, you've got to go. Well, listen, I was just about to mention Cameron. You haven't seen Harry in too much attack today, but his defence in this grand final has been something to witness. He was the guy that just knocked Nikolai over, made him lose the ball, but I tell you what, he's had to do a bit of covering for this young Reardon. Reardon has had 2 chances to do something and has made a botch of them on both occasions. He's the weakness in West Side at present. I'm not picking on the lad, I don't even know him, but his football this afternoon isn't up to grand final scratch. He's missed 1 tackle and he's missed 2 tackles, and he's not going too well.
This is for collapsing the scrum. West's the first side down, and that's what the penalty's for.
Good.
Eastern Suburbs. Well, Des Morris is confused. He didn't take the tap or put it out. Well, he didn't go for 2 points before. He's going for the 5 again. He's committed himself with the earlier penalty. He didn't go for 2 points, so he's got to keep going for the 5 points. Try now.
They need him. Johnny Payne. Payne gives it to John Abbott. Too late. Nikolai. Lindenberg. Des Morris. Morris cutting a swathe but can't get through. 10 metres out, can he score? Out it goes to Lindenberg. De Bruin. Farquhar. Farquhar to Naylor. Naylor put down. Western Suburbs defence is still strong. Callis. De Bruin. Lindenberg. Rod Morris. Rod Morris gives it to Farquhar. Farquhar trying to dummy his way through. Can't do so. East down by 12 points to 1. Lindenberg, Holborn, De Bruin, there's plenty men over. Out it goes to Payne. Payne and Nikolai this time. Nikolai back infield. Can't get the pass away. Final tackle coming up. Will they put it in the air? Lindenberg wants it. Lang gives it to Morris on the blind side. Up the middle of the ruck, back to Lang. Lang flies it back. Lindenberg shoots it out to Payne. Play on. Payne puts it up in the air. It'll come down with snow on it. In the touch.
Oh, and a mistake. Payne knows it. There he is. Oh, look at that. Head bowed in front of the touch judge. Things not going right. They're frustrated, all right, as Ian Smith just said.
Gary Thomas on, Mick, just a minute. Thomas on, and who's going off? McCarthy.
Yes, McCarthy was injured, and actually East didn't take advantage of it. McCarthy was sitting on the ground when the East had that last backline movement going.
East have the ball and another chance.
9-6 the scrums favouring East.
Bevan De Bruin forced back. Lindenberg still going, looking for support. There's men over again. Johnny Payne flies it to Nikolai for the corner, but held on to. Eastern Suburbs must score if they stay there long enough. Rod Morris has dropped it. West ball.
Oh dear, nothing going right for East, but let's tell you why it's not. The tremendous defence of Western Suburbs aside. Actually, on Sports Scene this afternoon I said West would win, but I didn't think that they wouldn't lose their cool. I thought they could lose their cool under these conditions, but oh boy, look at John Young. He hasn't thrown, number 10, just going onto the ground, hasn't done anything illegal that we could possibly see all day. That's a miracle in itself.
Well, I think that the penalty counts the story at the moment, and East have only had 3 penalties, and they're all from scrums, and I think that's the real story of this afternoon.
Rebo. Away goes Rebo. Gives it back to Bob Green. Green dummies to Prickett. Can't get the ball away. Final tackle. Richardson drives it downfield. Nikolai's there. Taken. Confronted by Stewart. Steps Stewart. Stewart follows him up. Bradshaw the tackler.
No, late tackle from Stewart. That's in. Stewart going in well after the player was on the ground. No, it didn't do anything illegal, but the intention was there.
Slingsby coming out for Eastern Suburbs. Errol Slingsby on and John Payne off. Payne going through the player's gate. Errol Slingsby on, number 14. Eastern Suburbs with Lindenberg with the ball. Back inside to Slingsby. Slingsby put down. 15 minutes of play remaining. West leading 12 points to 1. Farquhar trying to find a gap, can't do so. Slingsby with the ball. Lang, Lindenberg, Morris to Naylor. Roger Kuhn over his shoulder. And East have lost the ball again. Hey, West have grabbed. I tell you what, they might be behind in the scrums, but they've picked up more loose ball than I've seen a team do for a long time, Mick. Forward pass, was it?
Yeah, forward pass, that's the signal. Yes.
Gary Thomas.
You'd reckon that them drop balls were gold teeth the way they're jumping on them.
Oh, that was well done by Kriya. It's come unstuck with the penalty, of course, but West playing very steady. East will have to do something very shortly to get well back in this game.
Des Morris. Morris just inside Western Suburbs quarter. Time ticking away, about 14 minutes left. Rod Morris blindside. Steps back in, going towards the line and put down 6 metres out. 12-1. Western Suburbs leading Eastern Suburbs. Lindenberg to Slingsby, going without it, and West have it again.
Well, we won't repeat ourselves, viewers, but East, look at this run from Williamson, he's away!
Where is Reardon? Great run.
Reardon was having a sleep. There's another black mark against the kid. That's 3.
Out it goes. Prickett dummies and gets through. Gives it now to Rebo. That's Bradshaw. Bradshaw just inside Eastern Suburbs territory. Western Suburbs look like letting loose any minute. Bob Green having a run. Gives it to Prickett, the ever-present. Rebo over his shoulder and knocked it back. Play on.
Correct decision, no knock on. But oh, look, East don't look like a good side at present.
Reardon.
Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball and all.
Oliphant, Kriya, Cameron.
Slingsby putting in just a short one.
Yes, Mr. Pramberg has been pleading with Eastern Suburbs to get back, right, Ian? Well, have you noticed him?
You stand back to 5 yards there, you call the players back with you, and I think you can only give them so much tolerance before the penalty comes.
Well, he's called them back on the last 3 rucks, and they've got back to within about a metre or 2 metres of them, I'd say. But he just couldn't let them go any longer doing that.
9 penalties to 4, and you can just see the results on the scoreboard. Stewart, of course, has missed his last 2 attempts at penalty in this second half, but he's surely going to get one of these over soon, because East are giving them penalties away and away and away, and in doing so giving away the 76 grand final.
I know a few people are going to be disappointed if East don't win this game. Mick, firstly, my lovely wife, who is an Eastern Suburb supporter, of course, couldn't come today, but she would have loved to have been here to watch it. I met a lovely air hostess last night from TAA, Susie Douglas, who was also an Eastern Suburb supporter, and the cab driver who drove me home, Vic Burnett, he's also an East supporter, so they'll be sitting home crying, I'd say. Stewart's kick. Good. Over. Stewart kicks the penalty. 14-1. Western Suburbs leading in the 1976 Grand Final on Channel 7. Lindenberg. It goes the 10 metres. Young can't handle it. Through his legs. Picked up by Prickett. Prickett steps Slingsby. Slingsby follows him up. Puts him down on the halfway line.
If ever a gold medal should be given, it should be given to number 12 for Western Suburbs, Prickett.
Stephen Creer through the gap. Lovely tackle. Oh, that was a beautiful tackle.
Holborn.
Oh, yes.
Yes, deadly quiet there, but we're just waiting for West to explode or something to explode.
No, I thought Holborn hurt himself in the tackle, Mick. I was just having a bit of a look at him.
I think he did, but he's not going to show anybody yet.
Prickett stepping his way through, gives it to Oliphant. Oliphant looking for someone and put down just outside the quarter. Western Suburbs are due to explode, I think, Mick. Final tackle, 10 minutes of play remaining. Richardson. High kick, good kick, Green sprinting through, Thomas is there, it's on the ground, and East have it.
Offside.
Offside.
It's got to be.
Offside.
Yes, he was offside.
Oh dear. Off an East player, and another East player picked it up.
That is bad luck, but it's still offside.
Oh yes, he's correct.
Yes, Ian.
In those situations, of course, it's the great temptations when the ball's so close to the line is to grab that loose ball, and that's what the East player did, and he was in front of the last player on his own side who played the ball, and the penalty to West. And that's really, if it's ever wrapped up before, this is really going to wrap up the grand final.
Yes. And a boil over, we could say, because a lot of people thought that Eastern Suburbs could go through it. I'm not being smart after the event, but I thought West could do it right from the start of the semis, Mick. They hadn't produced good football in their previous 3 semi-final games, had they?
No.
They were due to do something. And
you went for them today on Sports Urban?
Yes, I went for them all week.
Yeah, I did, because I thought that they could contain that attacking machine of Kewen and coming into the back line, which is in broken play after Morris or Payne had made the breaks. Well, that just didn't happen today. And let's give Raper, the coach of Western Suburbs, a pat on the back. He has told guys out there who'd rather throw a punch than throw a pass not to do anything illegal today, and they have certainly abided by his rule. And of course this has brought Eastern Suburbs undone.
Lindenberg. Devon de Bruin. Ronnie Raper. With Leo Boyle and Ray O'Sullivan, the manager. John Callis. I'll tell you one lady you'll be very happy, Mick. That's Mrs. Sharon Raper, who's expecting their second child very soon and was let out of hospital today, so she'd come and see the game.
I'll tell you what, let's hope the joy doesn't accelerate the process, though.
Johnny Lang trying to sneak through. I thought you'd say something like that. Johnny Lang playing on. They're not giving up, the Tigers. Final tackle coming up. We've still got about 8 minutes of play left. 16-1. Lang puts it in the air in favour of Western Suburbs. Greg Oliphant has it. I think I might have clarified something on Sports in today, Mick. I thought that West would win, and I mentioned a fellow by the name of W. Stewart with 5 on his back.
Yes, and he's done very well indeed. He put the ones over that counted early, and by Jove, wasn't he precise and dedicated about doing it. The crowd leaving, which isn't a good thing to see on grand final day. You like to see them stay to the bitter end, but well, the writing's on the wall. What's that? 5 and 2 or 7. I'm even still able to count. 7 minutes to go. 16-1. they'd have to call on a big miracle East to even get near them.
By golly, it's been a big crowd too. East finished with the ball, play on again. West finished with it now. Stephen Creer.
Oh, that's luck, bad luck, and it's going all East's way at present, the bad luck.
Richardson, Cameron, away goes Gary Thomas. Thomas pulled down. Western Suburbs won the reserve grade also. Thomas playing in the centre in that reserve grade game. And West looked like doing a Cornell reserve and an A grade. Away goes Henry Williamson. He hasn't seen so much light for years. Back it goes to Stephen Creer. Creer put down 15 metres inside Eastern Suburbs territory. West have never won 2 premierships in succession. They look like doing it 75, 76. Thomas again up there, revelling in the conditions. He flicks it out to Stewart. Stewart grabbed and put down. Final tackle, Oliphant. Back inside to Rebo. Rebo skirting the touchline, runs into Nikolai and put down just outside the quarterway. Final tackle. 5.5 minutes of play remaining. West 16, East 1. That 1 point was kicked, how many minutes in did Payne kick that field goal, Mick?
5 minutes in.
5 minutes into the first half. East scored their 1 point and Holman's dropped it. Shaping to pass the ball and dropped it.
That's been the story of East this afternoon as well, hasn't it? Drop ball.
It looks like Raper wants someone to come off. Rebo's coming off. Raper wants him to go off and he's going off. Normie Carr coming on for the last 5 minutes. Well, what a great game Rebo's had, Mick.
Yes, he's come of age in this grand final. I've heard people say, I've heard people say that he's not got the business underneath the belt. Well, I tell you what, he's certainly proved that that is not right this afternoon. He's played very solidly and he's beginning to develop into a forward that can bump a guy off and then accelerate away again, and a tremendous gift. The boy's got a lot of future as Rebo, and Raper looking after him, getting him off because he is slightly injured.
Eastern Suburbs with the ball. Des Morris and the crowd chanting West, West, West. Holborn gets it back. It's loose on the ground. A West ball. A West ball. And well, they might chant West, West, West.
Well, that's that number 12 Prickett on the ball again. I think he's had an absolute blinder for West this afternoon.
Away goes Richardson. What about Richardson to Thomas? Thomas inside to Normie Carr. Carr back inside to Thomas. He can't handle it.
Oh, West on the fly. And what about...
the touch judge is in on a late tackle on Richardson.
Who was it?
Holborn.
It looks like he's calling out Lindenberg.
We were speaking, Ian, about that was West. What about East? Who do you think?
Well, I think John Abbott in the lock forward positions has tried very hard, and he's done a lot of work in the middle, which should be a second rower's job.
Which is giving the second rowers who were there a bit of a bake on the quiet. So
well,
Payne,
I think
they
John
were too
Payne
wide.
Played too wide for a grand final.
Yes. Well, East have paid the penalty. I felt Slingsby should have been on there early and brought Payne on when West tired. Well, West didn't tire all afternoon. It's been a really good grand final. A credit to Western Suburbs to win it. There's only been one bad player on the field for Western Suburbs this afternoon. And of course, I'm not going to bake him too much because he's a young lad who has played very well in the last few games for West, and that's young Reardon. He made a couple of mistakes. He made one.
Gary Thomas. Thomas floats one to Cameron. Gary's got his chance, Mick. He's outside to Harry. He didn't look for him. Oh, he mustn't have a voice, Reardon. I would have been screaming my lungs out for that one. Wouldn't you?
Look at the blind, son. Go to the blind and you'll be...
No, he didn't go, Mickey. Richardson settling things down.
I'll keep going, George, while the pressure's on. That I don't want to knock Reardon too much. He was right there on that occasion. He's been the only player to make mistakes this afternoon on the Western Suburbs side. He hasn't played badly, he just made 2 mistakes, and I think he'll be a much better player next year for this. For East, I think Ian Smith, who was sitting with us this hour, has said Abbott, and I agree, Abbott has worked his guts out in the middle where he shouldn't have been this afternoon. Some poor games, particularly from the inside men of Eastern Suburbs. They didn't get the ball early, but when they did get it, they didn't bring Kewen in quick enough, basically because their back line didn't stand deep enough. And I know for sure that Des Morris is the captain coach, and Berrenkamp has coached them and helps Morris occasionally, and that was one better version of Ted Berrenkamp's. Always stand deep and run onto the ball. It always pays dividends, and well, it didn't this afternoon because East wouldn't do it.
It's just interesting to note that this is the first time this year that Eastern Suburbs have not been able to score a try in a game.
Well, it's not over yet.
No, it's not over yet, but by golly, it's getting close. About a minute and a half to go. Ian Smith.
Well, I think this is for Bernie Pramberg. It's his last game in the grand final this afternoon, and I think he can be very happy with the performance he's put in for his grand finale.
Oh yes, he's a credit to the Referees Association, and there's a penalty.
Well, there's East still at the niggle.
And Mr. Pramberg going for the walk.
Braden Stewart's going to kick for goal. Just a couple of things about Bernie Pramberg, seeing he's retiring. Ian, you know him very well. Did he ever play football?
No, Bernie never played rugby league at all. He started, his first involvement with rugby league was as a referee in Toowoomba as a teenager.
And he's come a long way.
Well, he certainly has. He's had 104. This is his 145th first grade game.
145, eh? Bradshaw playing out the last half a minute for Western Suburbs. Western Suburbs will be the 1976 premiers. 16-1 the score at present. Yes, Mick?
There's the guy with the ball, Williamson. He's certainly put a bit more all in when he came on to replace his brother. There it is. It's all over. Western Suburbs have won the 1976 grand final. Kids are on the field. Take the tackle. Callis has done the wrong thing, but no doubt about it. Western won the 1976 grand final to the funny score of 16 points to 1.
Look at the crowd on there.
That is bad.
16-1.
This is Joseph.
And Mick, let's just finish off with this little note. Why did Eastern Suburbs not score a try?
Because of the fantastic defence of Western Suburbs. They didn't lose their cool, even on the occasions when that young fellow Reardon made a mistake. The old hand, that man Harry was there to cover for him, and I commend Cameron because he has been roasted over the last 6 or 7 games. They said he was too slow, he's over the hill, he's this and he's that. Well, he came out this afternoon and shoved it right down their gullet. I reckon if they didn't have Cameron on there, probably with the help of Richardson, West might have been in heaps of trouble.
Well, there it is, the 1976 grand final. People everywhere at Lang Park waiting for the presentation, but Western Suburbs have won it. Bob Green being chaired off there, number 11, the captain, and what a great game from Green. There's no two ways about that. Final score once again, Western Suburbs defeating East in the 1976 Premiership Grand Final by 16 points to 1.